Good afternoon, students. In last lecture, we are already studied two characteristic features of nanoparticles. First one is color, second one is surface area, and third one is catalytic activity. Due to increase in surface area with decrease in particle size, nanomaterial based catalysts show increased catalytic activity. Usually nano catalysts are heterogeneous catalyst, that means catalyst in solid form and reactions occurs on the surface of the catalyst. Nanoparticle catalysts are easily separated and it can be easily recycled in the environment. For example, platinum palladium metals nanoparticles used in hydrogenation reactions. Another example of heterogeneous catalysis of nanoparticles is zinc oxide and titanium oxides are used in photocatalysis. Gold in bulk form is unreactive, but gold nanoparticles are found to be very useful in various organic synthesis as a catalyst. Therefore, nanoparticles having higher catalytic activity than our traditional catalyst. Then next point is, these are the three characteristic features of nanoparticles. Then next point is different techniques which are used for detection of nanoparticle. First technique is UV visible spectroscopy. Then instrument used for this technique is UV visible spectrophotometer. Then what information gives this technique about nanoparticles? This technique gives preliminary information or preliminary confirmation of formation of nanoparticles. In our preparation of nanoparticles, there is a preliminary confirmation of the nanoparticle gives UV visible spectroscopy. Then second technique used for detection of nanoparticle is X-ray diffraction. In short, it is also called as XRD. XRD, that means X-ray diffraction. Then instrument used for this technique is X-ray diffractometer. Then what information gives this technique? This technique gives information about particle size, crystal structure, and the geometry of the nanoparticle. Then third technique used for detection of nanoparticle is scanning electron microscopy. In short, it is also called as SEM. Then instrument used for this technique is scanning electron microscope. Then this technique gives information about the structure of the surface material of the nanoparticle. Then fourth technique used for detection of nanoparticle is transmission electron spectroscopy. In short, it is also called as TEM, transmission electron microscopy. Instrument used for this technique is transmission electron microscope. It gives information about the nanoparticle size. Then last instrument used for detection of nanoparticle is FTIR, capital F, capital T, capital I, capital R, that means Fourier transform infrared spectroscopy. Instrument used for this technique is Fourier transform infrared spectrophotometer. In short, it is also called as FTIR. It gives information about absorption of functional group of nanoparticles and its binding nature. These are the different techniques used for detection of nanoparticles. The next point is history of nanoparticles. There are some nanostructural material we were used from ancient times. For example, beautiful ruby red color of some ancient glass painting is due to gold and silver nanoparticles which are trapped in glass matrix. This is the very old nano material which was used from ancient times. That means painting on glass, that is beautiful ruby red color of some ancient glass painting is due to gold and silver nanoparticle which are trapped in glass matrix. Second nano structural material which was used from ancient times, that is carbon black. Carbon black is also nanostructural material which is used in tires of car to increase the life of car. Then next is carbon nanotube. Carbon nanotube are made up of graphite sheets with nano-sized diameter. It has highest tensile strength. Then fume silica is also nanostructural material which is component of silicon rubber which is used as adhesives. It is also nanostructural material. These are the some nanostructural material which was used from ancient times. Then next is the applications of nano materials. Applications of nanomaterials. There are applications of nanomaterial. First is nanomaterial used in manufacturing of scratch-proof eyeglasses. First, used in scratch-proof eyeglasses. Then transport, then it is also used in sunscreen, then crack resistant paints, used in crack resistant paints, This is the first application of nanomaterial. There are many applications of nanomaterial. Selected application from this nanomaterial is first is in manufacturing of scratch-proof eyeglasses, then in transport, then in crack-resistant paints. Then one of the most useful or important use of nanomaterial is in sunscreen. We know that in sunscreen, zinc oxide and titanium oxide nanoparticles are used that protect our skin against ultraviolet radiation from sun. Then next application used in electronic devices. Nanoparticles are used in electronic devices. For example, magnetoresistive random access memory. In this electronic device, nanoparticles are used. Then nanotechnology. One of the most important use of nanomaterial is nanomaterials plays an important role in water purification techniques. In water purification technique, silver nanoparticles are used, which are highly effective bacterial disinfectant. For third application is water purification technique. Water purification technique. In water purification technique, silver nanoparticles is used. Silver nanoparticles. These silver nanoparticles are effective bacterial disinfectant. Then last application of nanomaterial is, it is a natural application of nanomaterial, that is self-cleaning materials. Self-cleaning material. Best example of self-cleaning material is the lotus. Lotus is an example of self-cleaning material. The lotus plant grows in muddy water. Its leaves always appear clean. Lotus plant leaves are super hydrophobic. That means water hating. What is meant by super hydrophobic? That is water hating, and super hydrophilic means water loving. Here lotus plant leaves are super hydrophobic, that means they are water hating. Therefore, why these lotus plant leaves are super hydrophobic? These lotus plant leaves are super hydrophobic due to nanostructural materials on leaves repel the water from the leaves and keep the leaves of the lotus plant always clean. These are the some applications of nanostructural material or nanoparticles.